Hello, welcome to Read the Tarot. Welcome to our card of the day. I will be using several oracle decks as well as my Ethereal Visions tarot deck, which you can see on the screen today. I hope everybody is having a good week. It's Wednesday, and this is hashtag Happy Wednesday. And today I am actually going to start with our Goddess Power Oracle deck. And that is right here. It is one of my favorite decks from Colette Baron Reed. And I was in a wonderful class with Colette Baron Reed last night for the Good Tarot deck, which I will soon be using on my streams. So I'm very, very excited. If you know, I'm a huge fan of Colette. Love Colette. Very happy to be part of her Woo crew. And she is the author of this wonderful, wonderful deck. And you can see her name right there. Illustrations by Jenna Della Grataglia. Incredible artwork. So let's dive right in and see what message Spirit brings us through the Goddess Oracle deck. Hello, Magda. How are you? I hope you're having a good Wednesday. And when I pull the card, it will face me. It will either be face up or reversed. If it is reversed, it will be an alignment message. If it is upright, it will be an empowerment message. And regardless of which way the card is drawn, I will have it face up so you can see the beautiful artwork of the goddess depicted on the card. Oh, wonderful, Magda. It's so good to hear. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for us from the Goddess deck today? What message do you have for us from the Goddess deck? And our message is going to be right here. And it is reversed. So it is an alignment message. It is Danu and Assurance. And if you follow my Instagram, you'll see that I actually just posted this photo the other day. Danu and Assurance. And our number today is 10. And here is our message. I love her moon headband, her piercing blue eyes. And you can see that she is holding like the spark of new life in her hands. There are days when you wonder if you're on the right track, if your dreams are valid, if you have what it takes to show up and shine. You may have hit a dry spell where it appears that nothing is happening, and it makes you doubt yourself. When this earth goddess appears, she is reminding you of the promise of new life. Just as fields are often left purposely fallow, perhaps this seeming dry spell of yours is really a preparation time. Under the ground of your visible life lies a stream of abundance that is feeding the roots of the seedlings of your intentions planted in your field of dreams. Go about your day-to-day life with faith. Danu assures you that the form of your desires will show up in divine timing in an even more magical way than you could imagine. How beautiful. And Danu is a Celtic earth goddess, and she actually gave birth to magic. She portends the fulfillment of desires and brings your dreams to fruition. So as you can see, she is holding that new life in her hand. And there's many times in life when, those who garden, you plant the seed and you put that seed in the ground and you have the intention. It is going to grow. It is going to be fruitful. It's going to bring forth new life. But you do have to wait. And you may feel as if you're waiting forever. And you may feel like, when is this going to grow? When am I going to see the results? When am I going to reap my harvest? And a lot of times we just have to have patience. And this card is saying, that even though you feel as if you're not seeing the results right now, just wait and be patient, because everything is working as it should. Everything is going according to plan. And in due time, you will see the bounty, the harvest of your manifestations. So I'm going to take that out. And again, this is my Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. I love it. It has like a 3D almost feel. the cards are actually raised with this gorgeous silver and gold on them. Very, very beautiful. Okay, so next we are going to move on to our mermaids. And this is by Karen K, Messages from the Mermaids, with artwork by Linda Olson. And I think these cards are absolutely gorgeous. Another very, very beautiful deck. So I'm going to shuffle these. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for my collective? Oh, a past life. I do a past life reading, Magda. They're $30. There's many past life meditations that will bring you through regression as well. You can actually find those on YouTube. And the purpose of that is to meditate and to go back and meet yourself from your past life. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for the collective today? What message do you have from the mermaids today? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have from the mermaids today? Okay, and let's find our message in these cards. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have from the mermaids? And right here, and I love that little mermaid shell. It's so pretty. And our message, oh, it's beautiful. Our message is love. Our message is love. Here is our beautiful mermaid. My fingers are on her head. Love. And let me get that message. Open yourself to universal or romantic love. Put yourself out there and maybe go on a date or rekindle the love within your current relationship. This mermaid is bathing in the bliss of unconditional love. She loves herself, which means she's able to be fully loved by others. When you know your true value and embrace the fact that you're loved and lovable, you'll attract perfect, loving relationships. Love is the fragrance of enlightened spiritual people. It can be felt in their aura and is the residue of their presence. This is pure, unconditional love. People feel romantic love for each other. To love someone and yet also set them free is a beautiful thing. When our emotions become involved and we become attached to and dependent on someone, we can face issues. Perhaps you're experiencing this right now. Remember, we're all born free, which means we have the freedom to choose the path we take in life. Yes, it's possible to be in love and still be free. This isn't an excuse to play around with the hearts of others. Being free while in a loving relationship means you give space for the other to flow and grow. It's still possible to remain loyal and in love while loving them unconditionally. The act of giving and caring is an expression of love. If you feel drawn to be of service to others, then this card's message is affirming that. Practicing random acts of kindness is another wonderful expression of love in action. Showing love to a stranger will lift their spirits and fill their hearts with hope. And again, it seems that today's message is in sync with my fractal flowers message. So if you want to go to and see the fractal flowers message, you will see that in our flower fairy tarot, the lovers came in followed by strength for our solution and advice cards. So that was beautiful. We're going to check in with the fairies, see if we're staying on this love theme. And then I will do a 4-card tarot reading. And this is the beautiful Oracle of the Fairies by Karen K. Same creator of the Mermaid deck. Let me put this up. A beautiful message, love. And I do like that with Danu and Assurance, we had that message of that promise that that seed that you're planting will grow. Even if you're not seeing the signs right now, that combining with love is making me wonder if our message today isn't for those who are actually manifesting more love in their life, maybe manifesting relationships with others. Seems that could be a current thread. So let's see what continues here. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for us today from the fairies? What message do you have for us today from the Oracle of the Fairies? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for us today from the Oracle of the Fairies? And just look at how beautiful these cards are. This key. This is the back of the card. How beautiful is that? This artwork is just gorgeous. This is artwork by Ginger Kelly. Even though the cards are created by both by Karen Kay, they're different artists for the mermaid deck and the fairy deck. Oh, okay. And this is our card right here. And it is wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. So now we're looking at wisdom. This is a beautiful card. Oh, and I want you to see this. There's a snowy owl. So up here on this card, there's a lot of snow-capped trees. We have this gorgeous fairy standing here. See, can you see her faint, translucent fairy wings? She's releasing white fairy dust, and the snowy owl is coming right to it. So let's get our message here from wisdom. Love and wisdom. And the flower fairy tarot earlier was love and strength. And now we're seeing love and wisdom. Very interesting. This fairy is telling you it's time to call upon your own inner wisdom in order to help yourself at a challenging time. Or perhaps someone you know could do with some insight into their situation. This wise fairy is accompanied by a white owl, owls being a symbol of wisdom. She tells you it's time for you to trust your own knowing and reminds you that wisdom doesn't only come with age. Wisdom is the ability to see the bigger picture. So fly silently like the owl and hear and see everything before coming to a decision based on this wisdom. Being wise doesn't always mean you're right, but it does mean you have the ability to see into situations in a more impartial way than many others can, and for the highest good of all concerned. We all have access to inner wisdom, and pulling this card shows it's time for you to trust this fully. You could find yourself being asked for help or to facilitate a healing between two or more parties. This is where wisdom comes in. Allow your intuition to speak through the filter of wisdom, but always remember that others have a choice and free will. So give loving advice, but not orders, as no one really likes being told what to do, including you. I guess that is the key to wisdom, right? So when we have that love card, that message of love from the mermaids combined with wisdom from the fairies, I do feel that what we just read was is what Spirit is bringing through, to give that wisdom, that advice, but to give it through that filter, that lens of love, that we're not just barking orders at people because we're wise and we know what we're talking about, but that we're doing things gently and guided through love, that we're letting love lead our actions, lead our words, that everything that's coming from our heart to our mind, to our speech and communication is all directed and guided by love. And that is very, very crucial. So now we are going to move on to our 4-card tarot reading. This will be situation, solution, advice, and outcome from Spirit. And this reading is not time sensitive. It will be based on a general atmosphere for everybody, but it will be applicable to everyone no matter when you see it. So if you see this message today, tomorrow, next week, next year, 10 years, 100 years from now, it means you will be a vibrational match for this message. So I want everybody to focus on their question. And the first card I draw will be the situation. So the first card will apply to you individually in your situation. And then I will draw a solution card and an advice card from Spirit. And sometimes it seems like if you get the solution, why do you need advice too? But that's because Spirit is telling you what the solution is. And then the advice is kind of like Spirit's guidance on either how to bring about that solution or just some extra information that you may know or need to know. And then there will be outcomes. So this is here's another example of this deck. This deck is so beautiful. Let me see if I can show you another card. Oh, I'm glad I opened it there to see it was turned the wrong way. But it is illuminated. See if you can see that. It has beautiful gold foil on the cards. Look at that. It's reflective. Do you see that? It's literally reflective. So they're mirrored. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let me go through this and make sure they're all the right way since that one was turned over. And I'll just show you another example of the beauty of these cards. So you can see that mirror foil. That's a temperance card. Yeah, so beautiful. And I haven't used them on my live, so this is actually going to be the first time. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the message today. Thank you for giving us our situation, solution, advice, and outcome cards for the questions that my collective has right now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for teaching us the importance of letting love be our guide. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being with us and never leaving us alone, for sending us guardian angels and our spirit team. And thank you that our loved ones are with us even when they cross over. Thank you for healing words and clear communication. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for our situation, solution, advice, and outcome cards. Thank you that you meet our needs and you give us the guidance to know which way to go, that we are never, ever alone. Situation, solution, advice, and outcome. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, situation card is right here. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. It is the Tower. Perfect situation card, right? Everybody understands that the Tower is definitely a situation to deal with, right? So, what is the Tower in your life? What is that structure that was built on a faulty foundation and is going to come crashing down? And you feel like you've literally been hurled off the top floor. You feel like your world there's nothing safe anymore. Boom, I am falling. Falling to the ground, hurtling down with a big crash. So whatever it is that you have, meditated on, that you are asking, that you prayed about, your situation is being represented right now in this card by the Tower. So it does look like Spirit is addressing our major situation. So maybe what those of us who are here were focusing on were major not just day-to-day things, but major situations. So let's move from that to our solution. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're going to have to go back to my Fractal Flowers channel, because the solution in my Flower Fairy Tarot reading was the Lovers, and the solution here is the Lovers. I just love how Spirit keeps bringing this continuity in through the readings. So, yes, Spirit is just saying no matter what is, yes, very major creatures. But Spirit is saying no matter what we're going through, no matter how how much it affects us and impacts us and makes us want to harden our hearts and makes us want to lose sight of what's important, that we have to let love be our guide. You know, the lovers is that communication, that and this could be a message for those if your relationship is on the verge of ending, if you're fighting, things like that. That could be why the lovers is coming through. But this will apply to you with your question. I want to move on to advice, see if we're sticking with this major arcana. No, our advice is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups has been showing up an awful lot in my card of the day as well. And our Nine of Cups really focuses on sensual pleasure. So not only are we seeing like spirit saying it's time to kind of like get back to love, but we're getting a lot of, enjoying the things in life that make you happy. If you need that glass of wine, of course, it's going to be in moderation. But if you need those things that you really enjoy, those things that give you pleasure, the things that make you happy, it's okay. It's not. Don't feel guilty if you're coming out of a tower situation, and you make that little extra splurge to make you happy, because boosting your mood and uplifting your senses is going to go a long way. And we don't want to become so despondent over these tower situations that we basically lose lose our enjoyment in life, lose our will to live. And it's hard to be happy when you're like free falling to the ground in a heavy crash, right? But there is some joy to be found, and spirit is saying just keep your eyes on spirit, keep the beauty of love in your heart, love between you and spirit, love between you and others, and love with yourself. And don't feel ashamed to indulge yourself in those things that are making you happy, those physical pleasures that are making you happy. And our outcome here is the Ten of Pentacles. I love it. So the Ten of Pentacles is saying, okay, you may have been in a tower situation. You may have felt as if you were free falling to the ground. You lost everything. You feel like, almost like you've just become homeless. You've lost everything and you're starting over. But Spirit is saying the outcome, you just keep that love in your heart. You don't become jaded by what you've gone through, and it's all going to come back to you. That family relationship, that healing, that restoration, and that 10 of Pentacles, I mean, that's actually affluence, that's wealth. So we're seeing here somebody who's actually um lost their footing in life, really came free falling to the ground. Somebody who pretty much lost it all, you know, and they have to rebuild. But this time, when they rebuilt on the solid foundation, and they rebuilt on love, whether it's love of themselves, love of others, love in their relationship, or their relationship with spirit. They let love be their guide for this rebuilding of their life. And I just love this Nine of Cups, that they didn't have to deny themselves some sort of sensual pleasure. And many times we do feel that love has to be so self-sacrificial, right? That there's really nothing in it for yourself. That love is supposed to be this attitude where it's all for other people. But the Nine of Cups is coming in when you really like have your wishes fulfilled, when you have your dreams come true, when you feel satisfied and happy, and you're just really content. But you're experiencing some luxury, and it's very walks hand in hand with our 10 of Pentacles. um, because our 10 of Pentacles is the same thing. Our 10 of Pentacles is that you're walking into some sort of luxury, some sort of abundance. The things are very good. You're enjoying a permanent solution. So Spirit is saying, whatever this trial is, this tribulation, this trial that you've gone through, Whatever this trial is, this tribulation that you've gone through, it's only temporary. Let love be your guide. You're going to come through it, and you're going to come through it better, stronger than you were before. Ten of Pentacles, and I mean, you're just going to be happy. You're really going to be at peace. You're going to be content. You're going to be happy. So love is the guide to getting what you want. And I think maybe a lot of people do need to hear that message today. Because many people, they become chasers of money, and it's not always a negative thing. Many times is, I need to put the roof over my head. I need to have my family's needs met. So you become like a workaholic. You become a chaser of money, chaser of material things. But you do it because there's you're doing it for the right reasons. But at the same time, you might be losing connection with those that you love. And it's kind of like that person, there's like that analogy now. That person on their deathbed they're not going to be thinking about, boy, I wish I worked harder in the office, right? It's those loving one-on-one family connections that people are going to be thinking, oh my God, I wish I had spent more time with him, my daughter, my son. I wish I had been a better husband. I wish I had been a better wife. So the Spirit is saying, no matter what your situation, and I love that, I asked Spirit to give us a situation card that would apply to everybody, no matter when they see this. And it was the Tower, which is the perfect situation card. And then the perfect solution card for everybody is the Lovers. And again, the Lovers, it's so beautiful. It's Gemini energy. It's the sun. It's healing. And it's just fertility and growth in all areas. The beautiful Nine of Cups coming in as our advice, where Spirit is literally saying, because it was an advice card, so the love is the solution, and the advice is, don't neglect yourself. If you need that manicure, if you need to get your hair done, whatever these little simple pleasures are, I guess that's what they are. It's more like those little simple guilty pleasures that maybe, you're beating yourself up with, I shouldn't spend this little bit of luxury on myself. And Spirit is saying, no, you should. Because if you're just continually like running yourself down into the ground and not giving yourself these little bits of reward, maybe you're actually going to it's going to be detrimental in the long run, because you're going to be losing your enjoyment and your joy in life. It's okay to start enjoying the pleasures of life. And you're going to start finding that you're going to be experiencing a lot more of them, because our 10 of Pentacles is like the wealth, the abundance, the prosperity is here. And it's also practical too. It's also the beautiful family relationships are restored, because as you see here, this is like a father and son, speaking. It's the difference between the generations. So it's more than just I now have enough money in the bank. This is, I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise, and my family life is restored. Everything is good. And we even got the little pet here. So I hope this message blessed you. I'm going to take a little break, and then I will be coming back for daily tarot. Not card of the day, but daily tarot. And here is my beautiful magician card, which I had for the stream, because it's just so, I just love these cards. So thank you, Tracy, for being here. And let me see. And thank you, Magda. I'm glad that this resonated with you. Hello, Kelly. Kelly, when I come back, if you want to make a donation, I can address your question. I see that's the same question you had yesterday. And Creatrix, thank you. Oh, and thank you everybody for being here with me. And if you do get time, check out the Fractal Flowers stream. It's 2 oracle card decks, and then I go into the same 4 card reading. A lot of similar themes here. So Spirit is driving home this message. A lot of similar themes. So I am going to end this stream. Thank you again for being here. God bless you, and read the tarot.